I want to talk about what are the current projects that exist when we're talking about grade A commercial real estate. And I'd love for you guys to also, tell me something that pops to your mind when you hear this.
So JLT is the biggest diamond trading hub in the world. Notice, and the other really interesting district that investors Dubai Design District. So it's right bang opposite downtown, very famous for arts, art galleries.
Can you think of a building though that comes to your mind in Dubai Design District?
I can think of the restaurant Lighthouse. I think that's the only place I can think of is Lighthouse because I've heard that even the royal families hang out over there.
It is an incredible area as a community, I feel, especially as you said, the design aspect. Like they'll do all their Dubai fashion shows, that art, culture, that presence of Dubai, of course, is there.
Brings me to a very important point. In Dubai Design District, there is a club, an owners club,
Yes.
like the Arts Club in DIFC,
Right.
where, and this is a concept that people are getting very interested in, to create groups of like-minded individuals with similar powers and capabilities. That's quite interesting.
I love that. And I think that is important also in any industry, like just that networking. People who are like, let's say, living in or working in a building which is exclusive, they want to hang out with people with the same mindset, same, I wouldn't say same backgrounds, but the same vision, where Dubai is at, where they're headed. There's so much you can collaborate on. And as you mentioned, Arts Club, that definitely is a highlight, right? For DIFC, people who are around there, they're always hanging out at an arts club. But again, and we'll get to this, why I love this project. One of the aspects is also that community. But it's exclusive. It's ultra, luxury segment, very, very niche. We're talking the biggest companies in the world. Now they're, I would say, the brains, if they get together and they're like in a room, that room itself, like anybody would want to be a part of. Which again, I feel at this point, it's not, I would say, an amenity, it's not an add-on, it is a requirement for the Dubai that we're like looking at. Any other building that we can think of that you guys, that is finished?
This building in downtown, right opposite the Dubai Mall,
Yes.
Boulevard Plaza. I think the only two main buildings that when I was looking for when I was hunting for an office, Boulevard Plaza and Burj Khalifa. Because in Dubai, everyone wants a strong address, right? Like Emirates Towers, sorry.
Emirates Towers definitely stands out.
Emirates Towers, Boulevard Plaza, and Burj Khalifa. Like in Dubai, address only is so critical because it would love to show off, right? And if you want to attract that certain clientele, that address is very important.
And I think people also look at it as a thing of prestige, right? You say that you have an office, a full floor in Burj Khalifa, you're going to get attention, you're going to get eyes, but then they also consider you at a certain level. If you're ever there in a Burj Khalifa office, the accessibility is always a challenge. Changing elevators to get, you're amongst tourists.
It's not fun. It's not nice. It's not fun. It's very dark.
Yes.
It's very dark.
Plus, I feel it's so important to have some sort of cross ventilation. And there's no balconies, terrace. That's not the concept, for most of the floors that you'll see. So that I feel also adds on to your experience when you're there, when you're working. When we talk numbers also, DIFC, I was looking at the numbers. In a building that has like a 2,300 square foot office, do you want to guess what the price currently looks like for the units that are out for sale? Mm-hmm. And I'm talking 23, like a very modest office size. What do you think?
The view is your DIFC on the buildings. At the top mid floor.
15 million, 20 million.
That's the price point. And of course, the 19 million is what we're looking at for a 2,300 square foot. So we're talking, 8 to 9,000 dirhams per square feet.
Yeah.
Was quoted at 8 million. No.
Wow.
8.5 million.
Wow. And what is the space?
3,000 square.
And we're talking smaller than this.
Yeah.
Most.
So that's where the market is headed. Now I want to talk about this project that we have on hand today, Lumena. Lumena, when we talk about it, I want you first to see what this building looks like, the facade of the building, this is what it is. It's definitely standing tall, standing out, and you can see that, like, of course, it's 260-meter tall commercial building. When we talk about the details, first and foremost, I want to talk about location, right, for this building. Now we're talking Business Bay. Business Bay is really, really busy with traffic. Anybody who's been around Business Bay knows how hectic it gets. Why I like the location of this building is because it's right on to what you see here is your Sheikh Zayed Road. Of course, very, very busy, but it's also right next to your Business Bay metro station, which adds to the connectivity, which adds to that convenience. There's gold red line passing through that, which connects all of your Dubai that you can imagine, from Dubai all the way to like Sheikh Zayed, Marina, Jabal Ali, and then we're talking gold line, which goes all the way down your Aleen Road, the Villa community. So the connectivity is great. It is a corner building when we see it's right on the road. The views that you can get from this building, you're talking about Burj Khalifa, you can see the Jumeirah, Bulgari Islands, you can see Burj Al Arab, and of course your Business Bay skyline. All right. Now this building, of course, architecturally, it's beautiful. We're talking about this exterior facade that they've created, the glass building, lots of natural light, which I absolutely love about this project. But it's also like a biophilic project that combines nature, that combines lifestyle, and we're talking about wellness, which I think is something like the work-life balance. I've never seen anybody talk about it in the commercial space. While it's so important, we're spending like most of our day in the office, might as well make it fun. So this building definitely, I would say adds on to that. What do you guys think about this? What do you think when you look at the exterior, the facade of this building?
I want to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
At the end of life goal is to want to be able to afford when it's ready. See, that's an office I'd love to be in.
Beautiful. But one part is that affordability. I also think as an investment, it's a great project because we're talking numbers, right? We talked about the DIFC being around that 8,000, 9,000 dirhams per square foot. This project, when we do the numbers on it, it's anywhere between 4,700 to 6,700 price per square foot. Yes. So depending on your floor, your view, the size, the price changes, of course. But on an average, if we see, we're talking 5,700 dirhams per square foot. There's already that, 30% difference from the existing real estate that we're looking at. So, in my opinion, by 2029, by the time it's ready, for an investor, it's already a great appreciation that they can expect from this project.
There's no comparison. See, if I compare even Emirates Towers.
Yes.
Emirates Towers, Boulevard Towers Ports, I've got your people are perfect. But when I consider the amenities in a building, like having access to those gyms, pools, parks, wellness centers, but I think that's also very big. I have a UFC gym though.
See, not to forget, it's a project by Omniyat. That in itself adds on to the whole experience. We're talking the best of the best amenities. For Omniyat, it gives you an experience of luxury that that we all would love to get a taste of. You're talking whatever you need. You want to book a private jet, Omniyat Concierge desk will take care of it.
Are you serious?
Yes. You want catering service?
You want personal shopper, you want to send a bouquet to somebody, you want to book mental health sessions for your whole office, you can do that.
Are you serious about these amenities?
Yeah. They mentioned it.
But I'm pretty sure I can't call my reception and ask for a private jet. I'm probably ask for a taxi. But you see this Omniyat, you can call it.
On the concierge.
Concierge, you can ask for private jets, personal trainer, personal shopper.
Mental health, for your office.
Wow. So cool, right?
Super cool.
But I don't think it does any other commercial building have this in the Okay.
See, Omniyat has also done Opus, right? That's again a comparison that we can talk about. Opus, beautiful, beautiful building. You can't miss the building. Zohaib, that's designed it. Again, but I don't compare the two because smaller things, like we're looking at the entrance right now. This building has 1,000 parking spaces, 1,000 plus parking spaces for 91 units in the entire building. Opus, for that matter, if you get like a 3,000 square foot office space, you're talking 5 parking spots. So it's very difficult to get that parking in Business Bay.
How many parking spots do we have?
7.
7 parking spots for 3,000.
3.5 yes, spots.
And every Asian place.
Everybody wants a parking spot. Everyone's driving the by, right? It is a pretty cool building. And of course, we can talk about the architectural details here. They've really thought that through. It's going towards, they've visualized how the buy was, going up towards what we see the buy to be, literally to be in the clouds. That global aspect is there. But I think a lot of the finer details in this project is what gets me really excited. And then, of course, we talked about numbers. Like Dubai, we're looking at a rental yield also, which is highest when we compare it to any other city like London, Hong Kong, Singapore, New York, right? The rental yield for office spaces, the numbers we're looking at is 8 to 9%. Even if we see the net, that's like around 6.5, 7% conservatively. Any other city in the world, we're talking 3, 4% maximum. This is some of the finer details that we talked about, right? That's Sky Theaters. You can do launches. Now, any company, talk real estate company, you talk these top level companies, they want to have private events. Something as exclusive as that with this, view of the whole city. I think that's beautiful.
Say something else?
Yes.
This is something I learned yesterday. So, a very famous hotel is built in the US and London. It's this hotel called Edition. The Edition in Dubai downtown was owned by the Indian guy called Hedge. Okay. Recently, he sold a big US hedge fund. And they have this gorgeous Edition downtown Dubai. It's a beautiful view, right?
From the pool is the best view.
So
Lovely.
The 4th of July, so we have the Burj Khalifa is lit up with the American flag and you
Right.
see the view. So you said the pool had an amazing view, right?
Stunning.
They had a penthouse level.
Oh,
but
of course.
best view.
Of course.
So what this hedge fund did is, if it was a very high functioning restaurant on the floor, but what they did is they closed down an entire restaurant and made it a private members down. That's
I love that. I love that.
piece, like
Yes. That's
with a view for their private members.
Yes.
It's happened in addition, got in all this yes.
no, that's beautiful, right? You got your infinity pool over here. You've got lots of co-working spaces in this building as well outside of your own office space. But let's look at the office spaces, right? I mentioned the 91 units. So again, not a lot of offices, creme de la creme like clientele that we're talking about. You can also get a 4-floor office space in this. So in terms of the office spaces that currently exist here, there's 91 units. We're talking about 59 units of 3 offices per floor. There's going to be 30 units of like 2 offices, so half office spaces or half floor offices. And then we have 2 full floors. Looking at this, I just want to give you guys an idea. It's already 75% sold out, this project. So we're only talking about a limited office space, even left to sell. So when we talk about, is there, a demand for this product? Well, it was launched 10 days ago. So
I'm 100% invested.
exactly. It's for an investor. It's for people who are looking to, have that exclusive office space, the best companies, hedge funds, tech companies, finance companies in the world. Crypto, of course. So that's what we're talking about, and it's very spacious also. If you look at the spaces, we're starting office spaces, starting size for the office space is 5,000, going up to a 17,000 square foot office space for your full floors. And there's retail as well, so there's 6 retail. They're not going to sell it, but it's up for these. Now let's talk about some of the features in this building, right? We've covered some of the aspects. We've talked about owners clubs, we've talked about amenities, wellness, but there's also smart features in this. There's sustainability in this office that, of course, I think needs to be reciprocated. Yes.
So 2 things that I really want to focus on here that really resonate with me and honestly, owners club.
Yes.
So I love conservative community when it comes to residential or commercial. I think having that short, that community, that network, that's the best part of it. You can create the best network and the possibilities are endless.
Exactly.
Second thing is the BMS system, Smart Building Management System. This increases your cost of construction by at least 500 to 600 square foot. But what happens is it's like your German car, where you understand the problem with your car and indicates it earlier, so it takes preemptive maintenance. This helps build your central control system. Because any issue like how we had a silly fire alarm earlier, we want
Yes.
that basically. That's
Yeah.
why they will have the ends. Because they will be able to track these issues earlier. Because the owners of such offices don't want such silly heads.
They can't afford that, right? And we need something that preempts that. You take care of it before it's too late. You know, you don't want a silly thing to break down while you have the most important clients in your office, right?
Absolutely.
So that again adds on to the whole experience, and that's what that it's this project, like, it's all about the details. Great. And we're going to look at some of the renders of what the office even looks like from inside. These are shell and core offices. You can design it your own way, which is important for like such companies. But a standard office would look something like this. It is landscaped, like all of the exteriors are landscaped by Omniyat. So again, you're going to see all of that. You're going to see that maintenance also there, which again,
Do you know the architects on the landscape?
yes. So the architect is called GAD Architects. They're from China. They're people who excel in creating skyscrapers, which was very important for this building. The were in conversations. Yeah.
Chinese town.
They've done some of the projects in Dubai, also Ritz-Carlton, among some other projects. This is what the layout is going to look like. Should I dive into the layout?
In shoes which you want.
Which one would I prefer? I definitely like this one, which gives you, access to your Bulgari, the Burj view, that style. I like that. Look at this. Like, can you imagine yourself just taking a break, having a walk, stroll around? See, that's another thing about this building. But yeah, in the middle of your, work day, you have an important meeting, you want to take a dip before, the meeting to clear off your mind, you can do that. So this is for the full floor 2 offices that we're talking about. If we have more, or if they get more demand for full offices, we can convert, we can have more than 2 as well. This is actually a typical, what they're expecting the office to look like. Again, another view of the Sky Theater that we talked about. Isn't this gorgeous? Like, can you imagine launches? Can you imagine meetings that are so, like, just look at this feel. You're in another part of the city. Mohammed Zohaib videos from here, yes. Yeah. We love that.
Yeah.
Of course, we've talked about the business club, wellness suites, of course, everything that you can think about in terms of massages, spas, saunas, whatever you need to rejuvenate and like get at it for work, you get that. The sky pool right here, yeah, I wanna be in this building. It's clear we all wanna be here. Moving on to some of the services, now we have discussed this, but like, ask and you shall receive. That is the rule with this building. Whatever you can think of, you can possibly get it. In terms of events as well, right? You have company events, you can have Omniyat organize that for you. And this is like 24/7, the service, the concierge is available. It's like your personal assistant. Get whatever you want done. And this is some of the projects that we talked about that Omniyat has already delivered. Lumena is going to be the 4th one. In the commercial space, we have Inara, Binary, and of course, Opus that we talked about.
Inara is not launched, right?
Inara is going to be launched.
So Inara will be in that Marasi. So will the Inara people get access to that beach club? No?
The Beach Club. Oh, the Marasi Beach Club. I think those details are yet to follow. But my guess is that they will. Since it's the same community, so the commercial, the residential, I think they're going to have a...
Will it be managed by Dorchester?
Not all of it. There's going to be a Dorchester building as well, which is going to be managed, but I don't think the Inara is going to be Omniyat. Talking about the payment plan, it's a flexible payment plan with Omniyat. There's a 50-50. So 50, of course, before your handover, and the 4 years that we're talking about. This building will be completed in Q4 of 2029, and 50 on handover, which you pay. Anything else?
Well, I think this is a fantastic store.
Of course, thank you. So here's a wrap on Lumena. I'm Sonal Kukreja, working with 3X as a luxury property consultant. If you have any questions about Lumena, about the commercial landscape of Dubai, or about luxury projects in general, reach out to the number below and I'm happy to answer any of your questions. Let's schedule a call and get started with this journey together. Thank you so much.